Every day our lives are full of choices, with some being harder than others. What to eat, if we should go to work or school, and most difficult, what game we should play after a long, hard day. We constantly get pulled into multiple directions, needing to make a choice. This realization of constant decision making has made me wonder, how much choice will we truly have in Hogwarts Legacy? If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to join our growing community. For those of you returning, welcome back. With that being said, let's get right into it and talk nerdy. The developers at Avalanche Software have made multiple statements referring to the fact that Hogwarts Legacy will be a game that lets the player be the center of their own adventure and will give them the freedom to make the game their own. This is fantastic news, but what will those choices entail? We know that one of the first choices that we will get to make when playing Hogwarts Legacy is what house we will be in. Although this is a difficult choice for some, I think that this is a great mechanic that the devs have implemented into the game. This eliminates players having to potentially go through creating a character and a brief intro just to get to the sorting ceremony and be randomly put into a house they don't want to be in. It also increases replayability, as you can choose to play in every house as you please. Semi-related to that, your character is customizable, so it truly is your own adventure where you get to choose how your character looks and presents themselves. I'm planning on making a video on this topic in the near future, so I won't go into it in depth in this video. What are some of the choices we may be able to make in Hogwarts Legacy? In an open world action role-playing game based around a school adventure, I would assume that you could pick whether or not you go to class. I'm thinking that some of the classes will be mandatory and have cutscenes that progress missions, but the rest of them we will have the choice whether or not we attend. If we do go to these optional classes, we might level up skills or talents faster, as we would get bonus XP. Feeding off of the RPG genre, one choice I would like to see implemented in Hogwarts Legacy is a mechanic that is somewhat like character classes. Examples of this could be seen in the Harry Potter franchise, where most characters have their different strengths and weaknesses. Neville was great in herbology, but was lacking in spells until he did extra learning in Dumbledore's army. Harry was great with spells, but needed a sneaky little book to master potions. Being able to put your character in a class could change the dynamic on how your character levels up, gains XP, and utilizes their talent points. Another choice I hope you get to make is how immersed you get in the overworld. What does this mean? I would like to see you have the ability to play either every mission in the whole game without any consequences, or play none of the side content and just mainline the story. I know this seems like an obvious thing that's going to be in the game, and most people that are going to play Hogwarts Legacy won't want to skip anything, but there are some that do. Most recently, I was playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and I hit a point in the game that I either had to play mandatory side quests, or I had to farm XP because I was too low of a level to progress the main story. I hope this isn't in Hogwarts Legacy, and you can seamlessly play through the world and live the whole story out the way you want. One of the most viewed videos on my channel is talking about a morality system in Hogwarts Legacy. I will link that video in the description and the card in the top right corner. But as a brief statement, having the choice to choose whether or not you completely go rogue or the school brown noser would add countless hours of replayability and potentially give the players different endings to the game. As a huge fan of the wizarding world, I could ramble on and on with all of the choices I want to see in Hogwarts Legacy, but I'll throw one more at you. Dialogue. I want to see the player have true dialogue choices, not just one or two instances in the game where you can pick between two choices. I want to see frequent conversations where you can change the course of the game based on how you respond. This would change the narrative based on how you would like to play the game and what path you want to lead your character down. Realistically, do I think this will happen? No, but I would be hype if it did. One item I hope we don't get to choose is a wand or Patronus. I hope they implement some sort of system that generates your wand and Patronus for you, if the Patronus is even in the game. This could be anything from a quick quiz, or it's picked based on the class or talent you give your character at the beginning of the game. I believe that this would make the game feel more immersive, as we all know that the wand chooses the wizard, or witch. Let me know how much choice you think we'll have in Hogwarts Legacy in the comments below. Thank you for the support so far, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help me continue growing. If you would like to stay connected with me outside of YouTube, head over to Twitter and follow me at @nightly_nerd. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.